Generally, whenever you prepare for a competitive exam like GATE or in general any competitive exam, if you are preparing for 1 year, what happens is when you initially start it, right, your motivation levels will be very high. You'll be highly motivated and you'll be able to put in a lot of hours initially. Even you might have observed it when you initially join the course, you'll be able to put in a lot of hours, like because your motivation levels are very high, and gradually your motivation falls down. Your energy levels, this motivation levels falls down, and along with it the number of hours that you put in preparation will also be falling down. And why is it happening and how to recover from this, that is what I want to discuss in this video. Now what happens is, initially you don't know anything about GATE, or let's talk about GATE exam. You don't know anything about GATE or the questions which will be asked in GATE. Then you will be thinking that with 1 year of preparation you'll be miraculously learning everything and you'll answer every question in GATE. That is what your initial mindset will be. You'll be so determined that you want to read everything possible and you want to answer every question, and you feel that you can do that. That is where you start with, isn't it? Then after finishing 20% of the syllabus, let's say you have finished one subject or 20% of the syllabus, then you might have read enough, you might have learned enough, and suddenly you open the previous GATE question papers, and there you'll find some questions which are tough to answer. In every question paper, even though I'm saying this over and over, you will not listen to me definitely, but still let me repeat it. In every question paper there will be some questions which no one will be able to answer. No ordinary person in those 3 hours of time with this 1 year of preparation, no one will be able to answer it. That is why even the topper will be getting around 70 to 80 marks. He will not be getting 100 marks, isn't it? Even if you are able to get 60 marks, you will be able to get into IITs. That has been happening for many years. So even if I say that, you'll still think that if you don't answer those 1 or 2 questions in a subject in GATE papers, you'll feel that you are going to fail. So that is the fear. So that is where the fear creeps in. After 20% of this completion of the syllabus, suddenly you'll have that self-doubt that you might fail, right? So that is where fear creeps in. Now this fear of failure is going to cause some kind of anxiety in you. So fear of failure is going to cause some mixed feelings, in the sense bad feelings. So whenever you open book, from then onwards you will not be thinking about what is there in the book, or whenever you are starting videos, watching videos, your mind will not be completely in the learning mode. Half of your mind will be in the panic mode. Most of the time you will be in the panic mode. You can even notice this. You might start plucking your hair or biting your nails, or you'll start shaking your legs, something like this, which you'll be doing unconsciously because you had taken that stress from the fear. So fear is causing stress and anxiety. So now with these feelings associated with the books, whenever you try to open the book, subconsciously you will feel some kind of fear and uneasiness, inconvenience, and that will push you away from the books. Now when you go away from the books, you are not going to feel completely better, but you will feel better. You are not going to feel 100% good that you are not reading, but still when you are away from the books, you will feel better compared to when you are with books. But I am not saying that you will be completely guilt free. What you will be doing is, you can't go to the books or you can't start preparation because that fear and uneasiness is creeping in, and subconsciously it will drive you away from books. Yes, now you intentionally came away from the books, you are not preparing, but still you will not be guilt free. You will be feeling guilty that you are not reading, right? So that is the phase where you will not be able to read and you will not feel good about it. So you have to come out of it. So that is called panic mode. You will be in the panic mode without preparing, and now that is going to give more panic. So what I am trying to say is, the fear of failure will now stop you from preparing, and that is again going to increase or add to your fear, and it will keep on multiplying. So that is going to impact your preparation. So this is going to happen for the next 60% of your preparation time. or next 60% of the syllabus. If you are able to finish 80% of the syllabus, then preparing the next 20% is easy, because you will then think that, oh, I have done this 80%, so the next 20% should be easy. So that is what you will feel, isn't it? So first 20 is easy, last 20 is easy, but the 60% of the middle syllabus, this is where the actual challenge is. If you can somehow overcome this, if you can somehow finish that 60% of the syllabus with persistence, then you will definitely be able to get a good rank. So what is the mistake that you are doing is, there are few things. So I'm talking about the 60% of the syllabus where most of you are right now in. So now you want to achieve a good rank, you want to change your life, but then you are not able to do it and you don't know why. So this is psychological, this is done by your subconscious mind, the fear. So now how to overcome it? So first thing is, don't think that you are going to answer 100 marks in exam. Don't think that you are aiming for 100 marks. Think that you are aiming for 60 marks, 60 to 80 marks, that's it. We are not aiming for 100 marks. Therefore, take it for granted that you will not be able to answer few questions, how much ever you prepare in this 1 year. Take it for granted, digest the fact, okay? Don't fight it, right? So once that is done, now try to get into a schedule, try to design a routine. Don't think that you will be able to prepare full day. See, most of these are the assumptions that you have made up in your mind, and when they are not going to happen, then fear will creep in. Now the second mistake that you do is dedicating the whole day for preparation. You'll think that tomorrow I am going to prepare for full day. Tomorrow I am going to wake up at 8 o'clock and sleep at 10 o'clock, and from 8 to 10 I'll completely be reading. That is not going to happen, and it is wrong. It is wrong, okay? So just find out how many hours that you might have to put from now on to complete your preparation. Now let us say, if you try to watch all my videos and try to take a notes and revise it, the total time required might be somewhere around 300 to 500 hours depending on your capabilities. So let us say, just to be in the optimistic side, I'll put 300. See, if you have time, put 500 hours, but then just to be optimistic, I'm just putting 300 to 400 hours, okay? And now if you think that we have 100 more days before GATE exam, we have more than 100 days, but still I'm just trying to be optimistic here. So if you have 100 days, right, then how does it, now what is the count? Now this says that you might have to prepare for at least 3 to 4 hours per day, right? Just to be optimistic there, let us assume that we are fixing it at 4 hours per day. So don't overdo it, because you have to do it for a long time. See, you can read for 10 hours one day or 2 days, or probably for 1 week, but then beyond that what happens is you will get vexed up that you will completely give up. Don't go to that stage, don't overdo it. Just design a schedule, just follow a habit, right? Just schedule the time. So don't take entire day for granted. Don't put everything for preparation, just take 4 hours in the day. Now which 4 hours do you think is the best thing? So research says that it is always better that you do the most important things during the time when you are highly energetic. So generally whenever we wake up from bed, that is the time when you have high energy levels and you are not tired at all. At the late hours, generally you will be tired, you will be exhausted. So that is not the right time to do something very important. If you feel that GATE is very important, the best time would be the starting of the day, right? Now what time? Depending on your hours. Let us say if you are having college at 9 o'clock, then probably from 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. will be good. If you think that waking up at 4 a.m. is impossible, then try to break it. 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening, right? Or if you are not having any office, or if you are having work from the afternoon, then you can schedule it from 8 to 12. But then it is always better that you finish the most important thing as early as possible, okay? Even this is discussed in that book, eat the frog, or eat that frog, something, okay? So even many books or many researchers, they found this method to be efficient. So if it is very important, finish it off first. Then what happens is, once you finish these 4 hours of preparation per day, the rest of the day you will be guilt free. You will not be having any guilt. Now most important thing here is, see, let us say you have already fixed up your time. So my suggestion, go with the morning hours. If you are doing in the night time, then you might have to do the adjustments, but then I don't know how to do that. You please plan it out. My suggestion is finish these 4 hours from 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. right? Now while preparing from this 4 a.m. to 8 a.m., never think about marks or the end result. While preparing, don't think about the result. Only time that you should be thinking about the result is after giving the exam, not while preparing. Not while preparing, not while taking the exam. After the exam is over, then you can think about the result. Then you can think about that what happens if you fail or what happens if you pass, but not now. So when you are preparing for these 4 hours, just think about only that day. Now every day you plan something which is fun for you. Let's say you enjoy chatting with your friends on Facebook. Maybe that is the fun activity that you love. Or you enjoy watching TV serials like Big Bang Theory or Vampire Diaries or anything. That is your fun activity. Or if you love watching a movie, schedule that in the evening. So morning you schedule this, and then daytime you must be having some work, and in the evening you schedule at least some fun activity for 1 or 2 hours, right, which you should be able to do guilt free. While you are watching TV, you should not feel that, oh, I should be studying at this time. No, you finish your studying and then you go and watch TV, or you go out with your friends. The best thing to, the best time that you can have these fun activities is when you are not so energetic, probably in the evenings, in the night. Probably 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. you can watch a movie or go out with your friends or be on Facebook. Whatever you do, you please plan it. And now when you are preparing from this time, from 4 a.m. to 8 a.m., instead of thinking about that exam, think about these fun activities that you have already planned. Now you think how good you will feel that for the day that you have done this. Think about how good you will feel for the remaining of the rest of the day. How guilt free you will be when you are watching the movie or when you are watching the whatever activities you are doing. Think about those. So just, it is very serious recommendation. Don't think about exam, think about fun you are going to have. Then what happens is, psychologically you are attaching the pleasure with preparation. You are not attaching the pain. So according to psychologists, it seems that we do certain things because of the pain and we do certain things because of the pleasure. We attach these two emotions to everything that we do. Now what happens is, by attaching this fear to preparation, you are actually avoiding it. Now try to attach the pleasure, which means for these 4 hours continuously think about only one thing: how good you will feel lying down on the couch and watching TV, or how good you will feel talking with your friend or going out with your friends. Just attach that with these 4 hours. Don't attach the feelings that are mixed with the exam. So that will give you fear and stress and anxiety, and you will completely avoid reading. So just think about it and do this. 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. it is your preparation time, and in the evening it is your fun time, and we are going to think about only fun when we are reading, nothing else. We are not talking about exam, and GATE is not life. Okay, we are just preparing because it is fun. That's it. We are just preparing because we have extra time. It is not that life is going to stop if you don't write the exam. Okay, just think about it. Now once your timing is done, that is where your schedule, that is where your habit is going to build. So you are going to follow this routine for the next 4-5 months, or how much ever time you have. If you are having 8 months or 7 months or 4-5 months, whatever, you are going to follow this routine. Why? Because you want to be guilt free for the rest of your day. That's it. And now the second important thing is, once you have fixed up your routine, the second important thing is willpower. So willpower is actually initially in 1800s and early 1900s, people thought that willpower is a made up term and it is imaginary. But with the recent research reports, there have been scientists who have shown that it is actually existing. So willpower is something which is really existing and which is limited. So we cannot use our willpower in doing many things. We can only focus on doing certain things, and we can use our willpower for execution of those things. We cannot do many things. So what I mean to say is, if you are preparing for something important like GATE, don't try to change many things in your life. For example, don't try to lose weight when you are preparing for GATE. Don't try to avoid high calorie food, because that takes a lot of willpower for you to stop from the other thing. Now what happens is, if you are exerting your willpower in stopping yourself from doing something else, now you cannot put that willpower to get you into preparation. That is why don't do that. For example, don't do losing weight, or don't quit smoking when you are if you have that habit of smoking, or let's say if you are having the habit of alcohol, anything. Don't try to change the things when it is very important, this crucial time. Okay, so after GATE you can slowly get rid of the other things. For example, don't try to push yourself to get into the gym if you don't have a habit already. So when you are trying to get a new habit or break a new habit, it is going to take a lot of willpower, and my suggestion is, don't use it up for other activities other than GATE preparation as of now, because it is crucial time. So once it is done, you can use this willpower for other things. So once you crack GATE and once you get into IITs or good colleges, there you can change your habits, there you can do many things, but now it is not the right time to change many things. So remember, willpower is limited. Don't use it on everything. Don't change many things, and don't break up with your boyfriend or girlfriend at this time. This is not really the right time. Okay, so after GATE exam, yes, you can do that. Okay, now the third important thing is, get yourself motivated, especially during this time. After finishing your 20% of the syllabus, you need lot of motivation to to continue and to finish the 60%. How to get motivation? So some people are lucky that they are motivated internally, that they don't need any external sources, but most of us, we don't have that capability. Their external motivation comes into picture. So we have to get inspired, we have to get motivated, we have to motivate ourselves, we have to get inspired, then only we can do certain things, right? So one great method to get yourself motivated is books. So first thing is, get good books. Okay, so every day whenever you wake up, you read a good book for at least 15-20 minutes. For at least 15 minutes you read a good book. So there are various good books we have. I'll just list out some of them, and you can start with these books. So one best book I can tell you is The Magic of Thinking Big. The Magic of Thinking Big. So the author name is David Schwartz, I think. David Schwartz. So this is the best book, and probably the first book written of this type. So after seeing this book, many books have been written, but then this is the oldest book and the best book I could tell you. There are various chapters, and you can read them and apply them in your life, but then you need not do it for a long time. It is not like a textbook that you have to finish it off in one go. You can read it 15 to 20 minutes per day and get motivated. Okay, and the other book is, there is Good to Great. After finishing this book, you can go to this book, Good to Great by Jim Collins. So he is a professor in MBA department in Stanford, but then this book is not just about the psychology and motivation. It has got lot of other things. See if it is useful for you, but I recommend reading this book, Good to Great. Okay, and then there are lot of biographies. I just taken the list, and there is one book. The book name is The Power of Now. The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. So this is somewhat maybe high level for you to understand the concepts. Okay, so this is optional. You just see if you can understand it. If you don't understand it, you can leave it, but I feel that it is a nice book. Okay, and from that, read about Elon Musk by Ashley Vance. This is a very good book. You'll get inspired, and from that inspiration you can get motivation to do more. That is a really good book. And then The Alchemist, you must already be knowing it. And then you can read about Nelson Mandela. I think the book name is My Walk Towards Freedom. And the first book that I recommend is this. You can read this book over and over and only one book is enough. But if you feel that is boring, then you can go to Good to Great. And then if you still have time, so I'm not asking you to read all these books by taking out your 4 hours of time which you are dedicating for preparation. Just 15 to 20 minutes or maximum 15 minutes every day you do it and get motivated and start with your regular stuff. Okay. And then there is Total Recall by Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then Call Me Ted. These are some of the good books I felt motivating, by Ted Turner, and Losing My Virginity. Losing My Virginity by Richard Branson. And then Delivering Happiness. Delivering Happiness by Tony. And you can read Into the Plex, Google book. This book is about the Google. And then you can read about Hatching Twitter. So all these books will somehow make you work, will somehow make you feel that whatever you are trying to achieve is small and you should not be afraid of it. So what happens is there are lots of books like that. Probably you can start with them, and I'll keep on emailing you with the more books whenever I come across them. There are lots of books, I don't remember these names now, so I'll recollect and I'll send you a list. So but then what happens is when your world is small, when your knowledge is small, and when the things you know about are very limited, then your world will be very small. And in this small world, even a small problem will look as if it is a very big problem. Now when you have a great vision, right, when you expand your goals and when you try to learn about more things, your world will change, right? Your world will become bigger, and now many things will look very small. So that is what happens. If you even think about it now, the way you used to feel about the examinations in BTech, they used to be very scary, isn't it? But if you think about them now, you'll just laugh at them. Why? Because now you have grown out of it. Now you have got enough maturity to think that was a small thing. Now don't make this exam gate so big that it is bigger than your life, and don't get scared of it. So don't think it, take it that way. Okay, so first thing is, see, again I'm telling you few things I have already told you in many videos, but still I want to stress on these points because you are not doing it. That is what I feel. So first thing is, get into a habit, get into that schedule. So just have some time, certain time, 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. that's it. If after 8 a.m. don't open the book. In case if you are not able to follow this, schedule that time to some other part of the day, but then do it. But then don't overdo it. Overdoing is also wrong here. Okay, so what happens is, if you will be reading for 10 hours for 1 week and then completely leaving it for the rest of your preparation time. So don't do that. And second thing is, after getting this, don't change many things, right? Don't break up now. It is not the right time. Keep it going. Keep it at least going until you finish your gate. Don't do any major modifications to your life. Don't try to suddenly change to a new PG, or don't try to take a new room and then shift there. Whatever is going on in your life, let it go that way, and along with that you try to incorporate this. Okay. And third thing is books. These are the very important books, right? And then along with books, I suggest that you have a collection of movies, some good movies. So when I say movies, you know, not the normal one. You can take some movies which will be refreshing. For example, animation movies like Kung Fu Panda or Ice Age. So you get such movies and you try to watch them whenever you get bored in the entire day. Whenever you So if you watch these movies, you will get refreshed, you will get some energy. So that is why have a good collection of movies and then songs. So music is actually food for your soul. Have a good collection, nice collection of songs, and keep on playing whenever you are traveling or whenever you want to take a break, right? And along with that, try to have good photos. So click some pictures whenever you are hanging out with your friends or whenever you are very happy with your family members. Try to click some pics. Now everyone is having a smartphone, right? So try to click as many pictures as possible, and whenever you feel that preparation is taking over and then you are feeling gloomy, then you just go through the pics. Then what happens is, even if you are present in a room and if you have to sit in the room for a long time, suddenly you will feel that you are out of the room and you have gone somewhere and again you came back. So that is the feeling that a visualization can give you. So having good pictures is very important, right? And along with these pictures, I suggest that you download the pictures of IISc or IITs or wherever you want to reach. If you are in a city like Mumbai or Chennai or Bangalore, I even suggest that you go and visit these colleges. Or if you could afford, you can travel for, if you can travel for 1 or 2 days, you go to Bangalore, visit IISc, go to college, like let's say computer science department, visit the campus, click some pictures, come back. That will give you a lot of inspiration, and using that you can get motivated. When you meet these people and when you see the environment, that will always be inspiring, right? So try to do many things to get yourself motivated during this 60% of the syllabus. So once you are done with 80% of the syllabus, rest will be a cakewalk. So adding more topics one by one is not going to take a lot of time. So these points might look very trivial, but they'll play a very important role when you are preparing for GATE. Okay, so why am I doing this video is, most of you must be facing a problem exactly in the middle and you don't know why it is happening. You must have been preparing for long hours till now, and suddenly you don't feel like opening the book and you don't know why. The reason is simple. You have attached pain with preparation. Where did this pain come from? By thinking about the exam and by thinking about the failure. That fear has caused this stress has caused this anxiety and pain. Now you have attached this pain with your preparation. So don't think about the exam while you are preparing. Just think about the fun time you are going to have in the evening. That's it. Enjoy, attach that pleasure with the preparation. Then that is the way you can pull your preparation ahead. So once you are able to do this 80% of the syllabus, you will be able to do 20% of the syllabus very easily. One more time, we are not trying for 100 marks. We are just trying for 60 marks. 60 marks. It is very easy. It is really easy. Even if you take any paper now, you'll be able to see that 60 marks is easily attainable. Whatever the paper is, 60 marks is easily attainable. You can take all the previous GATE papers, but 100 marks is impossible, 80 marks is difficult, 60 marks is a cakewalk. If you can just do an extra mile, 65 is easy, 70 probably easy, but 80, 100 difficult, 100 impossible. Just digest the fact. All the questions we are not going to answer. We are going to leave out some of the questions. We are going to give them for charity. We are going to add. We are going to do only 60 marks. Okay, remember that. We are preparing for 60 marks. Just prepare for it. We are preparing for only 4 hours per day, nothing else. Don't overdo it. We are not preparing for the entire day. We are not going to sit at the same place and do the same thing entire day. Entire day we are going to have fun, right? Don't try to change a lot of things. Only change few things in your life. Okay, only thing that you are going to change is the time when you are going to wake up, the time when you are going to sleep. Sleep early, wake up early, finish your preparation as early as possible, and rest of the day we are going to spend guilt free. Remember that. Okay, all the best.